Hello YouTube, Byron at Splitting Slices. Welcome back to the Knife and EDC channel. Today is December 9th. That's a Tuesday, the year 2025. And that means, of course, we have a 2 for Tuesday video to do. Now, I would like to go ahead and show the final 2 of 4 new knives that I purchased recently from Red Hill Cutlery. And they are all Rosecraft traditional pocket knives. The first one we're going to take a look at is one of 2 configurations released here about a month and a half ago. And that is the Mud Creek Congress. And this one is in the Burlwood maple scales. Pin construction also comes available, same blade shape, in a green micarta covers. Now, if we take a look at the second one, this one I'm really excited to take a look at. I think this one just may be one of my favorites from the releases to date. This is the Cumberland River Coke bottle swell-centered jack. And this one comes in what they're calling their smooth toasted white bone. And real excited to take a look at this one. Now, I've had both of these knives opened and unwrapped them just to save time. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first one. We'll take it out of that standard matchbox style construction with the foam insert. And here is your Mud Creek Congress. Now, unlike most Congresses that are usually 2, 4, 5, or 6 blades, you have simply one blade. Single blade, Wharncliffe-style, completely flat edge. Beautiful arch, though, from the mid-spine out to the tip. Half of the blade has a fuller nail nick for ease of opening. The second has a beautiful swedge ground from mid-spine down to the tip. D2 steel, of course, the Rosecraft stamp on the show side. On the pile side, you have the model number, D2 steel, Andes maker's mark, and that made in China sticker. Designed in the States, manufactured overseas. Some basic specs on this knife. Overall length when open is 6.5 inches. Closed length is 3.6 inches, which gives you a 3-inch long D2 steel blade. Okay, approximately 2 5/8 long cutting edge on that blade. Burlwood scales that have a 4-pin construction holding them on both sides with the bomb style stainless steel shield. Stainless steel construction, integral faux bolster and frame construction with a stainless steel spring operating that single blade. 1 single flute on both front and rear bolsters. And stainless steel pins inside. I want to say, nice walk and talk first of all. So there's your half stop. There's your close. So nice walk and talk on this model. I want to say as far as a pull strength on this, literature says 7 out of 10. Honestly, I'm going to rate this more of a 5 to 6, maybe a 5.5 to 6. It's a fairly easy knife to open up, both due to the size of the blade, that fuller nail nick, and it's just a medium, I want to call a medium to average spring strength. So I'm going to rate this more of a 5.5 to 6 on the pull. But overall, beautiful knife. Not my favorite pattern, just a hold in hand. And it's a medium-sized traditional knife. This is going to be a good size for most people. A little small, not what I prefer, but that's okay. I got this knife primarily to check out the Burlwood covers from Rosecraft, and boy, they didn't disappoint. Beautiful, beautiful patterns in there. This side is a little lighter. Okay, a little difference in the coloring on this, but beautiful grain, beautiful knots. This one's a little darker, a little more knotted. So, yeah, just a nice looking knife. This knife weighs 2.3 ounces. Of course, it was released here third quarter, or I guess beginning of fourth quarter, 2025. It also comes in that green micarta if you're interested. Now, these are a little harder to find, but there are a few dealers that still have them in stock. And the green micarta, though, is readily available if you are interested. Retails for $59.99, but with most dealers running sales right now, along with your favorite YouTube discount, I'm sure you could do a better job on the price for the Mud Creek Congress. All right, let's take a look at the second knife. Probably going to be one of my favorites of their releases of all time. This is the gorgeous, larger Cumberland River swell-centered Coke bottle jack in what they're calling their smooth, toasted white bone. And boy, this doesn't disappoint. Look at the toasting and the coloring and shading on that bone. Whether it's toasted or dyed I do not know. I'll stick with the fact that maybe it was a slight burn on this, but however they did the coloring, boy, it is fantastic. Nice transitions on all the pins on the shield, as we've come to expect. No gapping when you come a look at the spring and the backside of this. A few scratches, but that's all right. Here is the pile side of the knife, and the coloring is just as spectacular on this side. Boy, these turned out really nice. Andy, kudos to your OEM and your manufacturing process on this one. Really looks nice. Closed length of this knife is 4 inches. Open length, 7 inches overall. Means you've got a 3-inch D2 steel clip point blade. And this is a favorite one of my clip points for them. Almost like a Benny or a Lannys type clip. So nice peak at midpoint on the spine, and then a nice upswept tip and clip on that clip point blade. Nice full belly. And I'm going to say it's flat, but oh so slight a recurve there on the bottom. But just makes a really nice blade shape. Attractive looking, nice deep nail nick to open that blade. And then this Coke bottle pattern is just amazing. Okay, of course, the knife is designed to kind of have 2 fingers on either side of that swell, but that swell is supposed to then give you a nice full finger, 4-finger, full handle grip, and it does not disappoint. All 4 fingers wrap around this handle, thumb on the back, no jimping, but just a nice grab and grip on this one. So a larger style, I will definitely say it's one of their larger single-bladed releases to date. Similar in length to I would say the Appalachian Jack, the Buffalo Jack, if I remember right, Buffalo Creek, and the Nolichucky. Those would be 3 comparable lengths knives. Just really nice. And again, the coloring and shading and that spade shield on this one, fantastic. Now, unfortunately, this knife is sold out at every dealer that I was able to check from Rosecraft, including their website. So I'm not sure you're going to be able to get a hold of this one unless it's released again, or you find one on the secondary. But the sister, or the brother to this knife, it's brown, light brown burlap micarta, is available at most dealers. I know it is currently, I believe, available at Traditional Pocket Knives, Red Hill Cutlery, Rosecraft Blades, and Knives Ship Free. So there are 4 locations, and I believe there are more, that you could still get the brown burlap micarta if you would like this knife. But I'll tell you what, this is definitely one of the nicest feeling blades that they've made, one of the longer handles, and it just looks spectacular. So kudos to, again, Andy Armstrong and the Rosecraft staff and their OEM for producing a really nice looking knife. Single flute on the front bolster only. Just noticed that. But nice smooth transitions. Both sides. 3-pin construction. Nickel silver pins on this one as opposed to the brass on the other. And yeah, stainless steel shield. Nice looking knife. So there you go. 2 Rosecraft blades. Wraps up my 4. Get a little bit of comparison and contrast. Now the price on this one, when it was available, again, was $60. So, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, actually, I take that back. I believe the brown micarta version is $60 retail. I believe the bone version ended up being around $69 to $70. Okay, so, but again, that knife is out of stock right now. But go pick yourself up a brown micarta one. It's a tremendous feeling, ergonomic pattern, and a beautiful knife nonetheless. That does it for me, Byron at Splitting Slices, saying split a slice with a friend soon. I hope you all take care. Until my next one. Bye.